This is the new Edifier D32 wireless speaker, a speaker where vintage art meets acoustics. So let's find out if this speaker is as good as it looks, especially since it's currently priced at 878 ringgit or 183 USD compared to the retail price of 1999 ringgit or 418 USD. So the box comes in white with the visuals of the speaker in front, and I went with the black walnut version instead of the white color variant. Opening the box, there's the speaker itself wrapped for protection. Underneath there's a quick start guide, the warranty card and the safety instructions booklet. Then there's the AUX to AUX cable, a USB-C to USB-C cable and the power cord. Next, looking at the build quality. Now, of course, the first thing that stands out about this speaker is the overall aesthetics, since Edifier has paid special attention to its overall design. Now, first of all, the speaker is made of high quality wood with an MDF cabinet and it weighs about 3 kgs. At the front, the minimal Edifier logo is at the top left, and the middle is a cloth-like material that covers the speaker, and there is a silver rims at the sides. And the added touch of this vintage look is complemented with the piano key buttons to make the overall retro design to be a class of its own. But when it comes to the practicality of using these key buttons, well, it was great because for portable speakers in general, you're usually looking from above the speaker, so the fact that these controls are easily seen from the top of the speaker was something that I really appreciated. Now the power buttons work by pressing and holding down the power button, then to change the source input, and the rest of the buttons are triggered with a single piano presses. Then finally at the back there's the ports for AUX, USB-C and the power cord input. So overall, I would say that these speakers are aimed towards people who prefer a more classic look compared to the attention-grabbing speakers like the Edifier QD35 and the Edifier QR65 that I recently reviewed. Next, let's look at the specs. It has a 60 watt RMS total output power, dual 1-inch silk dome tweeters with a 4-inch long throw mid-low driver. It has a full digital signal processing and a 2-way active crossover to manage the frequencies with its 2.1 acoustic architecture. There's also the dynamic range control or DRC, where like cinema cameras, the better the dynamic range, the better the overall sound. And this is to help to ensure there's no distortion at high volumes. As for audio certification, it has high-res audio and high-res audio wireless. So that is great. So you have the flexibility to listen to high-quality audio on this speaker, either with wired or wireless, which gives an overall experience on the D32 when it comes to wireless or even wired option. Then looking at the connectivity options, as mentioned, there's the wired connection through the AUX input and USB input. Then there's wireless connectivity, and it has Bluetooth version 5.3, SBC, AAC, LDAC and ALAC, and it works with AirPlay 2 as well. So this can work very well when it comes to switching or even playing alongside with other AirPlay 2 speakers as well, which was really amazing because imagine getting more of these D32 speakers and placing it around your house or even your office to get an easier way for a multi-room audio speaker where it connects through a 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi connection as well. So yeah, this speaker seems to be having pretty much everything you need in a high-quality wireless speakers, right? But most importantly, how does it sound? So Edifier says that this speaker promises a studio quality sound that brings out the nuances in every track. And guess what? They were absolutely spot on those words. Vocals are amazing when playing songs like People by Lee Bianca, and so were the kick sounds from that song too. Now speaking of kick, I also love how the bass lines were very well defined by Deadmau5, Sia, and the low end really speaks to me, if you get what I mean. Then to my surprise, listening to heavy metal music like Disturbed's Hey You had every instrument heard extremely clearly, from the heavy vocals and the guitar's distortion as well. And speaking of distortion, as mentioned earlier, there's no distortion present even at its highest volume level. So yeah guys, it seems like there's no drawback to what the speaker can do in terms of the overall sound quality, especially with such a small form factor. It does offer a balance of crisp highs and deep lows, which is very rare for a tabletop speaker. And based on my experience using the speaker daily, I just love how you can have the speaker just next to you and easily control the play and the volume buttons with the piano-like keys, and the response for track pausing and resuming and the volume adjustments were very seamless as well. So that is a huge double thumbs up for me, just like how you can give this video a nice big thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this video, and a subscription subscription would be lovely too. Thank you very much in advance. And next, let's talk about the battery, because I sometimes forget that this speaker that I'm listening to is actually a portable speaker, because it looks and sounds like a speaker that you really always need power with. And based on my test, I got close to 10 hours of playtime with max volume, which was very close to what Edifier claims, so that was great to know. Which you can view the battery indicator in the Edifier Connex app, which I'll talk about next. So like the latest Edifier products, this speaker works with the Edifier Connex app, and pairing it for the first time is super easy. Once you press and hold the power button for the first time, the light indicator will blink and show that it's on pairing mode. So you can immediately go to your Bluetooth settings on your phone and pair the speaker. And once you open up the Edifier Connex app, the speaker will immediately show in the app as long as it's already paired. Now looking through the app walkthrough at the home screen, besides the visuals of the speaker, the battery levels are below that. Then you can choose the source input there too. And if you're using AirPlay, you can even connect to your Wi-Fi network through there. Then the sound effects tab is for the different EQ presets, where I've been leaving everything at dynamic. You can even adjust the volume here too, and the music player for the track controls are below that. Then under the Me tab is where you can log in and go through all the usual settings within the app. Now if you're lost in all of the features mentioned and everything mentioned in this video, don't worry, because there's a written version of this whole video at our website at www.adamlobo.tv. Links will be down below. So we talk about all the great things about the speakers. So what are the drawbacks then? Well, honestly, for this price and the form factor, the speaker really performed beyond my expectations. However, if I had to really nitpick, one thing that I wish for the speaker to have is probably a great IP rating for it to be splash proof or something. But then again, the speaker is built for those of you who like to listen to music on your desk or your shelf. So with that and my overall review, I would give the speaker a huge thumbs up and a full recommendation for you guys to get it. But if you like to see a more premium speaker from Edifier that sounds amazing, check out that video over here.